You know how Erika Kirk lied about not dating 5 years before she met Charlie Kirk, even though we all know now she was dating a guy named Cabot Phillips who works at Turning Point USA.
Do you remember how Trump was going to drain the swamp?
She's got a butterfly tat on the back of a you-know-where. I later like.
Erika Kirk's carefully built story is now falling apart in a very public way. According to reports, her ex-boyfriend has allegedly leaked explicit photos of the two of them together. And those images have triggered a wave of backlash she may not be able to recover from. As this situation continues to unfold, it appears Erika could lose everything she worked so hard to protect, including her role as TPUSA CEO and the reputation she has spent years trying to craft. But what truly shocked people isn't just the existence of the photos, it's the growing speculation around when they were taken. Some believe that several of the images currently being shared on underground social media forums may have been taken while Erika was still married to Charlie Kirk.
Praising Erika Kirk's memorial speech like it was brave. But when you actually start looking into her, it gets dark fast. And I stand on what I said. It seemed more like a rally than a
If that turns out to be true, it completely undermines everything Erika has ever said about her marriage, her relationship timeline, and how she met Charlie in the first place. That's why people are now asking a much bigger question. If Erika was able to lie so confidently to Charlie's face while he was alive, then what else has she been dishonest about since his death? And once that doubt creeps in, it doesn't stop there. For years, Erika worked hard to convince the public that she was a pure, faith-driven woman who met the love of her life, married him, and chose to stay home to raise their children.
What I will say is, when I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than go. I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another. So it goes twofold.
That wholesome image is what she's been selling to supporters, donors, and the media alike. Unfortunately for her, the metadata attached to the explicit photos her ex allegedly released tells a completely different story. A story that directly contradicts nearly everything Erika has ever said about herself. As many of you already know, in her recent interview with CBS Morning, Erika claimed that she never dated anyone in the years leading up to meeting and marrying Charlie. This wasn't presented as a minor detail either. She made it a point to emphasize how disciplined and devoted she was, clearly wanting people to see her as someone set apart from other girls. She wanted the public to believe she lived a quiet, untouched life before marriage, but the evidence suggests otherwise. Take a listen. Before we continue, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what city are you watching this from. If the timestamps on these leaked photos reveal anything, it's that Erika was living a very different life than the one she later described. At the time, she appeared to be enjoying life as a single woman in New York City, doing many of the same things other women her age were doing. During her time in NYC, Erika appeared on season 3 of Bravo's reality show Summer House. Those episodes were filmed in August 2018, both at a New York City bar and in the Hamptons. And in the footage, she is clearly shown drinking. So it raises an obvious question. If she was openly partying on national television, why did she later feel the need to lie about it? As people started digging deeper, more inconsistencies came to light. Erika wasn't just drinking and socializing. Despite her claims that she wasn't, she was also publicly dating multiple men before eventually pursuing Charlie. At least 2 relationships were documented. One of those men was Tyler "JT" Massey, a professional baseball player Erika openly adored. In an interview with Arizona Foothills magazine, she described him as her favorite human, her best friend, and her incredible boyfriend. That description alone raised eyebrows, especially since many people believed the two were engaged at some point. While no official marriage records have ever surfaced, Photos from what appeared to be an engagement-style shoot went viral shortly after Charlie's death.
You know, the men that are they're grabbing the low-hanging fruit, meaning on the apps. Women get upset when they go on a date with a guy they found on an app and all of a sudden they ghost them. To me, it's because the guy didn't have to hunt for them. Not saying they have to hunt for a woman, but they do have to seek out a wife.
But the media resurfacing that truly sent the internet into a frenzy came from a 2015 Trump rally. In the footage, Erika is standing next to a man with a young girl positioned between them. As people analyzed the video, speculation began that the child could be Erika and JT Massey's daughter, largely because of the strong physical resemblance. Here's where it gets even more interesting. In that same frame, Tyler Bowyer can be seen sitting in the bleachers.
That was until I hosted the first Trump rally in Trump rally history right here in Arizona in 2015. I got a call from Miss Erika Kirk, Miss Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president at that first rally.
This is the same Tyler who later introduced Erika to Charlie and is now one of TPUSA's top leadership figures. That coincidence raised serious questions. Why was this part of Erika's history erased? Why did she work so hard to convince everyone, including Charlie, that she was a pious Christian woman before marriage when photo and video evidence suggest otherwise? This is the part of the story Erika almost always skips over, because it's where everything stops looking accidental. Her history with Tyler Bowyer, and how that history overlaps with everything else, is the missing piece she never addresses. As many of you know, Tyler Bowyer stepped into the coup role at TPUSA in 2017. Not long after that, he arranged what was presented as a professional job interview between Erika and Charlie. That meeting, however, somehow turned into their first date. But here's the problem. Before that introduction ever took place, Erika was not single, she was not searching, and she was not living the quiet, disciplined life she later claimed. At that time, she was actively involved in a relationship with Cat Phillips. This detail became impossible to ignore once people stopped relying on quotes and started lining up actual timelines. At the same time, Charlie was publicly clashing with Ben Shapiro over political pressure and donor influence. Cat was working directly under Shapiro as a senior editor at the Daily Wire. He was deeply connected to the same political circles Charlie openly said were working against him. That alone raises serious questions. Then things got even more uncomfortable. An old tweet from Cat resurfaced from September 2017, showing him and Erika on a painting date. The caption read, "Yes, we're that couple that gets painting lessons together." That single post casually confirmed they were together during the exact period Erika claimed her life was untouched by dating. Even more troubling, photos from that same time show Kat and Charlie socializing together, playing basketball and moving within the same circles. That makes Erika's claim that she randomly met Charlie a year later start to completely unravel. Once people connected those dots, the speculation escalated quickly. Because if Erika was dating Kat while being introduced to Charlie through Bowyer, then the window for when those explicit photos were taken suddenly becomes very clear. And when you factor in that those images only resurfaced after Charlie passed away and Erika came under real scrutiny, the timing starts to feel less coincidental and far more calculated. This is where everything collapses for Erika. For years, she managed to avoid accountability by masking controversy with polished appearances, heavy makeup, and flashy tour stops. But now she's facing something she can't outrun. Since whispers about the photos began circulating, TPUSA has allegedly sent internal memos referencing emergency meetings and leadership restructuring. Long story short, Erika appears to be on the verge of losing her CEO position, the same position she stepped into before. Charlie's body was even cold, and while those photos may never reach mainstream media due to their explicit nature, the mere knowledge that they exist has already caused irreversible damage. At this point, the focus has shifted. People are no longer just questioning Erika. They're scrutinizing the men who were around her when all of this was unfolding, and Cat Phillips is the name that keeps resurfacing. While Erika is being publicly dragged, Cat is out promoting a TPUSA tour branded How to Lead Like Charlie. moving forward as if his proximity to this entire situation doesn't matter. That's where things become deeply uncomfortable. Cott's political ties were never distant. His father, Tim Phillips, wasn't just another operative. He was a powerful Republican figure, Americans for Prosperity, forced out in 2021 for what the organization vaguely described as personal impropriety. No explanation followed, just silence. That same silence appears again when people dig into Cott's background. A Reddit post from someone claiming to personally know the Phillips family alleged they ran a cult-like megachurch in Lynchburg, Virginia. This raised eyebrows after people noticed Cott's brother listed on Cornerstone Chapel's website as an assistant pastor overseeing middle school youth. Then there's the detail people can't stop revisiting. Cott's pizza tattoo. On its own, it wouldn't mean much. Except Charlie openly spoke about believing pizza was used as coded language by powerful people to mask disturbing behavior. When you stack that belief on top of Cott's connections, the question shifts. It's no longer just why Kat introduced Erika to Charlie, it's whether he already had leverage when he did. Because if the timeline holds, those photos didn't just exist quietly by chance, and the fact that they resurfaced only now feels far less random and far more deliberate. Now that Erika's image has shattered, the people who once claimed loyalty are distancing themselves. Yet the same names keep appearing at every critical moment, which leaves one final question hanging in the air. Is Erika finally being exposed for good, or is someone simply pulling the leverage they've had all along?